Welcome everyone to this video. Right now, you are standing at a crossroad. You can continue to live as a passenger, or you can finally take the steering wheel of your life. Most people choose to stay blind. They spend their days scrolling through noise, watching others reach the top while they feel stuck in the same place. But here is the brutal reality. Your real enemy is not poverty. It is not failure. Your real enemy is ignorance. If you do not know how money works, how emotions work, or how to control your own thoughts, you are weak. If you do not educate yourself daily, life will educate you through pain, debt, and regret. Today, I am giving you a map. We will explore 10 essential pillars of self-education. Spending just 1 hour a day on these truths will make you more powerful than 99% of the people who gave up on learning after school. This is not just an English lesson, it is your transformation. Section 1. Financial Education. Let us begin with the most painful truth you will ever face. You can be the kindest, most honest person in the room. But if you do not understand money, the world will treat you as if you do not exist. You have been lied to by the system. In school, they taught you how to solve for X in a math equation, but they never taught you how to solve the equation of your own debt. They made you memorize the dates of wars that happened hundreds of years ago, but they never taught you how to negotiate a higher salary or how to protect your savings from inflation. If you do not study money, you are sentenced to work for someone who did. That is the law of the world. It is harsh, but it is the truth. To escape this trap and find freedom, you must follow the wealth protocol. Enter the wealth protocol phase. 1. Understanding the flow. Most people think money is a reward for working hard. They are wrong. Money is a tool that flows from the uneducated to the educated. You must learn how it moves in the real world. This means studying how to earn in different ways. Do not rely on one single salary. A job can be taken away from you in one day. You must learn to build multiple streams of income, such as skills, digital products, or small businesses that solve real problems for people. Phase 2. The art of retention. Earning money is only half the battle. The weak fail because they do not know how to keep what they earn. The average person gets a pay raise and immediately buys a more expensive phone, a better car, or designer clothes. They are buying liabilities. Things that take money out of their pocket every month. You must do the opposite. You must learn to budget and track every single cent. If you do not track your money, you do not respect your money. And if you do not respect it, it will leave you. Phase 3. The multiplication method. Once you have learned to keep your money, you must make it work for you while you sleep. This is the difference between income and wealth. Income stops the moment you stop working. Wealth keeps growing regardless of what you do. You must learn what an asset is. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, like a small investment, a rental property, or a business system. Imagine 2 friends, both earning $3,000 a month. The first friend spends their weekends at expensive restaurants and buys things they do not need to impress people they do not like. The second friend spends 20 minutes every day reading about investments and saves $500 a month to buy assets. In 5 years, the first friend is still begging for a promotion. The second friend is free. Your transformation starts today. Spend 1 hour tonight studying the basics of investing. Do not wait for luck. Luck is not a financial plan. Education is your only way out of the trap. Section 2. Skill education. Let me now give you the second most life-changing truth you will ever hear. You do not get paid for your time. You get paid for your value. Most people are struggling financially, not because they are lazy, but because they never took the time to develop a real skill that the world actually needs. You can be positive and you can be motivated, but if you do not have a skill that people are willing to pay for, you will always struggle to survive. To understand this, listen to the story of two applicants competing for the same high-paying opportunity. The first applicant is a man named Mark. Mark believes that being a good person is enough. When he sits down for the interview, he says, "I have worked hard for 10 years. I am very loyal, and I really deserve this chance." Mark brings a sob story. He brings his wishes. He brings his need for money, but he brings nothing else. The second applicant is a woman named Sarah. Sarah does not talk about what she deserves. She does not talk about her problems. Instead, she opens her laptop and says, "Here is what I can build for you. I have mastered video editing, and I can make your content look professional. I understand digital marketing, so I can find you 1,000 new customers. I know how to use artificial intelligence tools to make your team 3 times faster." Who do you think gets the job? The market does not care about Mark's loyalty if he cannot solve a problem. The market rewards Sarah because she has spent her time sharpening her tools. She has skills. And in the modern world, skills are the new currency. You must stop begging for chances and start building value. There are powerful skills you can start learning today for free. Skills like copywriting, which is the art of writing words that sell. Sales, which is the most important skill for freedom. Public speaking, so people will trust and follow your lead. Or web development, creating the digital homes for businesses. Do not try to learn everything at once. Use the 30-30 rule. Spend 30 minutes every day learning the theory of a new skill, and spend 30 minutes more practicing it. In 90 days, you will be more valuable than almost everyone around you. If you are broke, do not cry. Learn. If you are confused, do not scroll. Learn. When you become truly valuable, nobody can ignore you anymore. Section 3. Mindset education. Let us be honest. Some people work 14 hours every day and still stay stuck in the same position. Others work only 4 hours and grow 10 times faster. Why does this happen? It is because of one invisible thing: their mindset. Your mindset is your mental operating system. It is the filter you use to see every opportunity and every obstacle in the world. To understand why you feel lost or scared, imagine that your mind is a mental fortress. Every day, this fortress is under attack. The enemies are not soldiers. They are doubt, fear, laziness, and distraction. If the walls of your fortress are weak, these enemies enter your mind and steal your focus. They make you say, "I will start tomorrow," or "I am not good enough." Most people have an untrained mind. They spend 0 time building their walls. They react emotionally to everything. When life is easy, they feel good. When life gets hard, they crumble because their fortress has no defense. You can have the best opportunities in the world, but with a weak fortress, you will sabotage all of them. You must make mindset education a daily habit to strengthen your walls. This is how you learn to control your thoughts instead of letting your thoughts control you. You must learn to think long-term and stay calm in the middle of chaos. How do you build this fortress? First, read 10 pages of a mindset book every morning. Second, Watch one video per day about mental strength or discipline. Third, you must journal your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Finally, observe powerful people. Do not just listen to what they say. Watch how they think when they are under pressure. Life is not about what happens to you. It is about how your fortress handles what happens. A strong mindset will make you a warrior even in the silence. Train your body to look good, but train your mind daily to become unstoppable. Section 4. Emotional education. In a chaotic world, let me tell you a harsh reality. Most people lose everything, not because they lack talent, but because they never learned how to manage their own emotions. They destroy beautiful relationships, they quit great jobs, and they make terrible decisions that haunt them for 10 years. They get angry at the wrong time, they chase validation from strangers, and they stay in pain for far too long. All of this happens because they never studied themselves. The worst part is that they think this is normal. They say, I am just an emotional person, or I cannot help how I feel. That is a lie. That is not who you are. That is just who you have been trained to be. If you do not control your emotions will control your entire life. To wake you up, I am going to ask you a series of brutal questions. This is your reality check. How many opportunities have you killed because you could not control your ego or your temper? How many people who actually loved you have you pushed away because you were too insecure to speak the truth? Do you actually own your mind, or are you just a slave to every feeling that swims into your chest? If I can make you angry with just one word, who is really in control of your life? Me or you? Emotional education is the daily practice of learning how to stay calm when others are losing their sanity. It is not about ignoring your feelings. It is about processing them so they do not explode. This is not soft work. This is life and death work. Because when you are emotionally strong, you can breathe, you can reflect, and you can move forward while others are paralyzed by fear. Start today by journaling when you feel upset. Ask yourself, is this emotion coming from a place of power or a place of past pain? Watch one video every day on emotional mastery and practice the pause before you speak. When you know how to handle anger, jealousy, and sadness, you stop making emotional decisions and start making wise ones. Your decisions shape your destiny. So do not let a temporary feeling create a permanent failure. Section 5. Market education. Let me give you one sentence that can completely shift your life forever. You do not get paid for what you love. You get paid for what people need. Most people make a massive mistake. They focus only on what they want to do, but they never stop to learn what the market is demanding right now. If you ignore the market will ignore you. You can be talented and you can be hardworking, but if you are offering something nobody wants, you will stay broke. Why do most hardworking people stay poor? It is because they never studied the market. They kept doing what they have always done, even when the world changed. The world is moving fast. People shop online now. Businesses want digital solutions. Artificial intelligence is replacing boring tasks. If you are not watching these shifts, you are falling behind, even while you work hard. To understand this, listen to the story of a man who fixed old televisions for 20 years. It was a good business for a long time, but eventually, people stopped fixing TVs. They just bought new ones. The man kept sitting in his shop, waiting for customers who were never coming back. He refused to study the market. He said, "This is what I know, and this is what I do." But the market did not care about his comfort. Slowly, he lost everything. The lesson is simple. The market rewards those who adapt, not those who stay comfortable. You must educate yourself daily about where the money is moving. Ask yourself, what products or services are people paying for right now? Which industries are growing fast? Look at health, content creation, and e-commerce. Read forums and websites where people complain. Every complaint you read is a problem, and every problem is an opportunity to create a solution and get paid. You do not need to change who you are as a person. You just need to match your skills to what the market wants. Stop shouting into a dead room where no one is listening. Start observing, start listening, and start adapting. The people who study the market are the ones who get paid by it. Section 6. Digital education. We are no longer in the information age. We are now in the automation age. If you are not learning how to use digital tools, platforms, and systems, then very soon you will be replaced. You will be ignored. You will be left behind. Being bad with technology is no longer a funny personality trait. It is dangerous. Imagine the world as a digital storm that never stops. In the past, humans needed physical strength or land to survive. But today, the only thing that protects your career and your income is your digital shield. This shield is made of your technical skills. Every time you learn a new tool, like how to use artificial intelligence or how to build an online presence, you are adding a layer of armor to your shield. If you refuse to learn, you are standing in the storm naked and exposed. Every business is going online. Every creator is using automation. Even industries like medicine, law, and teaching are changing fast. The person who says, "I am not a tech person," is really saying, "I am ready to be unemployed." Think about the woman who ran a beauty salon for 15 years. She had a great location and loyal clients. But when the world changed and everything shut down, she had no digital shield. She did not know how to take bookings online or how to use social media to reach her customers. She said she was old school. But while she was waiting, a younger competitor created a YouTube channel, posted tutorials, and doubled her income without leaving home. The first woman had more talent, but she had no digital education. You do not need to become a computer programmer, but you must understand the tools of the future. Spend 30 minutes every day learning one new digital tool. Learn how to use artificial intelligence to boost your productivity. Learn how to create a LinkedIn profile that looks professional. Learn how to use simple apps like Notion or Google Drive to organize your life. The future does not belong to the physically strong. It belongs to the digitally smart. Your shield is either getting stronger or it is rusting. If your answer to "What new tool did I learn today?" is nothing, then start now. In this world, digital education is not an option. It is your weapon. Section 7. Self-awareness education. Let us begin with the deepest truth that no school, no parent, and no boss ever told you. You will never win in life if you do not know who you are. Most people know their blood type, their favorite food, and their social media passwords, but they have no idea what triggers their anger. They do not know why they sabotage their own success, what makes them feel insecure, or what kind of people destroy their peace. Because of this, most people live like passengers, not drivers. They let the world decide what they should believe and when they should be happy. To stop being a passenger, you must follow the mirror protocol every single day. This is not about being soft. It is about gaining absolute control over your life. The Mirror Protocol. Step 1. The Trigger Audit. Every time you feel a strong negative emotion, you must stop and ask, why did I react that way? Step 4. Most people blame the outside world, but the real war is inside. You must identify if you are acting from a place of power or a place of fear. Step 2. The Pattern Recognition. Look at your past relationships, your money, and your work. Do you see the same mistakes happening over and over? If you keep jumping from one job to another or one partner to another, the problem is not the environment. The problem is the pattern you are carrying. You cannot escape a prison if you do not know you are in one. Step 3. The Silent Reflection. Spend 5 minutes every day sitting in total silence. No phone, no music, no noise. Ask yourself the most difficult question. What am I running from? Most people fill their lives with distractions because they are afraid of what they will find in the silence. Step 4. The Identity Journal. Write one honest paragraph every night about how you felt today and why. Ask yourself if that was the real you or just a scared version of you. Study yourself like a scientist studies a subject. Read books about the human mind and watch videos on self-discovery to understand your childhood patterns. The most powerful education in the world is not about the stars or the economy. It is about yourself. Once you know who you are, you stop chasing everything you are not. You stop saying yes when you should say no. You become the driver of your destiny. Section 8. Street Education. It is time to talk about the hardest and most dangerous truth. Books can teach you the rules, but only the streets can teach you the game. You can have 5 degrees and be very smart, but if you do not understand how real people move, you will keep getting betrayed, used, and manipulated. The real world is not a quiet classroom, it is a battlefield. In school, they taught you that honesty is always rewarded, but they never taught you that people lie, play games, and pretend to care only until you stop being useful. Think about the story of the young man who entered his first job with a naive heart. He shared all his best ideas openly because he believed his office was a family. 6 months later, his ideas were stolen, and his best friend used him to get a promotion. He did not fail because he was weak. He failed because he was uneducated about the street rules of power and status. He had to learn to move smart, not just kind. After that, he stopped giving access to everyone and started studying patterns, not words. Here is your reality check. How many times have you said yes simply because you were afraid of the conflict? Are you actually reading people's intentions? Or are you just falling in love with their words? Who is currently benefiting from your silence and your niceness? Do you realize that being naive is not a virtue? It is a weakness that invites predators into your life. You must learn to negotiate without emotion and spot manipulation, such as guilt tripping or fake praise, before it hurts you. You must learn to build boundaries with charm and say no without giving a long explanation. Study body language and silence because they are often much louder than words. Reflect on your daily interactions and ask yourself, what did I miss today? If you only read books, you will sound smart. But if you add street education, you will become powerful. The world respects those who understand how things really work. This world is full of actors, and if you do not know the script, you will keep playing the fool in someone else's movie. Street education is your daily armor. Put it on and never take it off. Section 9. Foundation education. Let us be honest about your childhood. School taught you many things, but most of it never helped you face the real world. They taught you how to memorize definitions, how to follow orders, and how to fear failure. But they never taught you the foundation. They never taught you how to stay calm under pressure, how to build habits that protect your future, or how to deal with loss, failure, and heartbreak. You are now in a world that demands strength, but no one prepared you for the storm. Now, it is time to train for life, not just for exams. To understand why facts are not enough, listen to the story of the straight A failure. There was a student who was at the top of his class, obedient and polite. He was called the golden child, the one everyone expected to succeed. He had every degree and every certificate. But the moment life hit him, his first real rejection, the first time he was completely broke, or the first time he was misunderstood, he crumbled. All the high grades in the world could not save him from his own anxiety. He did not need more formulas. He needed internal power. He was like a house with a beautiful roof, but a rotten foundation. When the wind blew, the whole structure collapsed because the inside was weak. You must take full responsibility for your own training now. You must learn how to manage your time with absolute clarity and priorities. You must learn how to say no without feeling guilt. Foundation education is about learning that discipline equals freedom. It is about learning to sit with failure without losing your identity. It is about choosing your friends wisely and building a system for your thoughts and goals. Every day, you must do 3 things to build your foundation. 1. Create a habit tracker and follow it like a religion to build consistency. 2. Practice doing hard things every single day, not to suffer, but to grow your willpower. 3. Learn 1 new rule about self-discipline, stoicism, or focus. Read books like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or Can't Hurt Me. School gave you facts, but life requires grit. Money will not save you from anxiety, and followers will not save you from self-doubt. Only a strong internal foundation will carry you through the storms that break most people. Start building your inner strength today, because if you do not, the world will break you and it will not feel sorry. Section 10. Problems Education. Now we come to one of the most underrated powers in the world, the ability to solve problems. Your entire future depends on one single skill. Can you stay calm, think clearly, and find solutions under pressure? If you cannot do that, you will always be dependent on others. You will panic, you will freeze, and you will wait, and life will keep punching you in the face. But if you become a problem solver, you will be respected, needed, and unstoppable. This is not about intelligence. It is about training. It is about daily education in how to think, adapt, simplify, and act fast. To understand this, imagine 2 types of people. The victim versus the architect. The first type is the victim. When a storm hits, the victim stands in the rain and cries. They shout at the clouds, asking why this is happening to them. They are powerless because they only focus on the pain. The second type is the architect. When the same storm hits, the architect starts looking for wood and bricks. They do not care about the rain. They care about building a shelter. During the pandemic, we saw this happen. One person said, "This is unfair," and stayed broke. The other person said, "What can I do?" Then built a freelance business. One person describes the problem, The other person solves it. To become an architect, you must follow a daily practice. Define the problem clearly. Most people fail because they are fighting a ghost. They do not even know what the real issue is. Break big problems into small, simple actions. Remove emotion from your decisions. You cannot build a house with anger. You must use logic and courage. Use mental models like the 80-20 rule to find the most important part of the solution. Solve one small frustration every day instead of ignoring it. The world does not need more noise or more complainers. It needs people who stay calm when others panic. The complainer stays stuck, but the problem solver builds companies and becomes a leader. This leader could be you, but only if you decide to educate yourself daily. Most people waste their life because they waited for someone else to teach them. But the truth is, no one is coming. You are the teacher. You are the student. You are the university. If you are not growing daily, you are slowly dying. Decide now. Will you scroll or will you study? You have reached the end of this video, but let us be honest for a moment. Most people will watch this, feel motivated for 5 minutes, and then do nothing. They will go back to their comfortable lives, their endless scrolling, and their old habits. They will wait for a miracle or a savior that is never coming. Is that who you are? Is your future worth only 5 minutes of your attention? This is your final reality check. If you are not growing every single day, you are slowly dying. The world does not care about your excuses. It does not care about how tired you are or how unfair things seem. It only cares about your value and your ability to solve problems. You have the map now. You know the truth about money, skills, mindset, and emotions. You understand the street rules and the digital tools that will define the future. You are no longer blind to the game. Remember, 1 hour a day of self-education can make you more powerful than 10 years of blind hard work and struggle. If you start today, in 1 year, you will not even recognize the person you are right now. Your future self is watching you. Do not let that person down. If this message woke you up, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who is still sleeping. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the next life-changing guide on this channel. The choice is yours. Study or stay stuck. Rise or remain weak.